Hello everyone, this is Dhanjit Deka and you are watching me on my YouTube channel Chemistry Tutorial. So guys, in this video I am going to discuss all the question in the previous year that is asked from the topic distance, trains and boat. That is from the kinematics topics that I have discussed the theory part in the previous video. So this question asked in CSNA December 2012. So in this question it is said that there is a square, square side field, and there is a point at the square. A point is there. A person started moving along northeast direction from A point along that diagonals. So along these directions. So after going 1/3 of the diagonal at this point, he started left. 90-degree left. He take a turn and he go for some distance. Again he takes 90-degree angle left, that is anti-clockwise up to 90-degree. So I am writing all this figure here for clarification. Suppose from A point he goes 1/3 of the diagonal, then he takes a left side return, left side turning with 90-degree. Then he again from this point he will take anti-clockwise 90-degree angle, that is this direction. If this is the first route, second route, this is the third route. Again for some distance he stops and take a 180-degree clockwise direction, that is along this direction he started to move. So what will be this direction with respect to this square? So direction is, this would be along the direction of the diagonal. So this direction will be along north and east corner. So out of this, which one option will be correct? The option A will be the correct. Second one, this is also asked in the CSN in December 2012. It is said that a map showing a meandering river following a semi-circular path and distance between A and B along east and west is 7 cm in the map. So what is the length of the river between A and B? So it is asked to find out what is the length, this all AB length, in the river. So the scale in the given, the figure it is 1:5000. So for 7 cm, the distance between this much will be how much? 7 cm. It will be 7 into 5000. So 5 kilometer into 7, it will give 35 kilometer. So distance between A to B, it is 35 kilometer. So we are supposed to find out this distance A to B. Since it is a semicircular, the perimeter of a semicircular path, it will be given by perimeter of the semicircular will be perimeter AB, it will be given by pi into r. So in this case r will be what? 35 divided by 2. So if we calculate this much, sorry, this is not 35 kilometer, it is 3.5 kilometer, since it is the scale, it is 50,000, so it will be 3.5 kilometer. So your answer will be 5.5 kilometer. You can do it at your own by calculation. So this is the main way to solve the questions. Very simple. This is generally from the geometry part of question I am solving here. So our correct option will be option C. So this question asked in CSRNA June 2013. This is a question from boat and river type. So in this question there is a map is given. Okay, so this is a map of contour lines. Contour lines means I'm explaining you. So what is given in the map given in the shows that contour lines which connect the points of equal ground surface elevation in the region. The inverted V-shaped portion of the contour lines represent a valley along which a river is flows. What is the downstream direction of the river? So in this map, the direction along this direction it will be the north direction. Okay, and the scale of this map it is 1:5000. So these are the contour lines of this map. Contour lines means this contour lines it represent the height of that portion, height of that area from the sea level. Suppose here it is the point, these points in the area, it will represent the 200 meter from the sea level, 200 meter of elevation from sea level. So in this area, the height of this area from sea level will be 160 meter. Okay, so this is all about contour line. So in this case you see height of this place will be higher and height of this place will be lower. So along this inverted V-shaped line there is a river is flowing. Okay, so in this case it is asked that what will be the downstream, that is downstream direction of the river. So in case you see the river is flow from high to low altitude. Okay, from higher altitude to lower altitude. So in this case it is the higher altitude, this area will be the higher altitude and this area will be the low altitude. So river will go from this direction, from north to south direction. So downstream direction will also be in the along the south direction. Okay, this along the flow of the river, the direction is called downstream direction. So direction will be in the south direction. So option B will be the correct one. So this question asked in CSIR NET December 2013. This is a question from kinematics, basic kinematics. In the question it is given that a car is moving along a straight track. Okay, in a straight road it is going. The speed is changing with the time as shown in the figure. Which one of these four options will be the correct one? So first we just check the graph. Okay, speed versus time graph. You see the speed is first time it is increasing, then it is start decreasing this way. Okay, with the time. So you see in this case the increase of speed it is stopped here. From this point it is started to decreasing, that is from here, from this point retardation of the car started. So up to this point acceleration is there in the car. Okay, so at this point acceleration will be 0 because from this point the retardation started in the car. So out of these four options which one will be the correct one? Let us observe all the options here. The speed is never 0, but in this case you see at the initial phase speed is 0. So this option will be the incorrect one. The acceleration is 0 once on the, it should be path. Okay, no earth. So yes, in the path the acceleration is 0 where it started, the car started retarded. Okay, so this option will be the correct one. So this is a question. This question asks based on the direction of two hills. So in a region there are two hills are there, A and B, and it is said that the direction of the A hill is 30-degree angle of north to east from B. That is A and B, if these two are hills, if you see the direction of these hills, that is A hills along this direction, and this direction is making an angle 30-degree angle with the north direction from north to east. Okay, so what will be the direction of B hill when we observe from A direction? So it is given that this A hills, this direction is making an angle north to east, angle of 30 degree. Okay, 30-degree angle north to east. So it will make a angle with north direction. So this direction will be the opposite direction, will be the south direction. So it is making an angle 30-degree angle with the east direction. So this direction will be the east direction and the opposite one will be the west direction. Okay, so what will be the direction of this line? That is, what is the direction of, if we see the B hills from A, what will be the direction? So this will be the direction. So this direction will be making an angle 30 degree. It will make an angle 30 degree with the south direction along west. Okay, from south to west. So our correct answer will be south to west, and the angle it is 30 degree. Okay, so option A will be the correct one. So here is a question. This question is based on relative velocity concept. Okay, so in this question it is given that there is a train is there of 500 meter length. Length of this train it is 500 meter, and this is the front part and this is the rear part. Okay, so at the back of the at the rear part there is a person is there on the train. At some instant it is given that the rear end crosses the stationary observer on the platform. There is a, suppose there is a platform is there and the stationary observer is there, whose velocity it is 0. Once it is at that instant of crossing that observer, the person inside the train, it is started walking at a rate of 3 km per hour to the front. Again it will come back to rear part. Again it will go from rear to front. In that repeated way, it will, this man will walking for how much time? For 30 minute time. Okay, so after 30 minutes of walking, what will be the distance of this person and this person? So it is also given that the train has a velocity of, the velocity of train it is 80 km per hour. So in 30 minutes, the distance traveled by the train, it will be 80 into half, because 30 minutes is there, so it will be 40 km. Okay, so what will be the distance traveled by this person inside the, so distance traveled by the person inside the train, it will be 3 km per hour. This is the velocity divided by half hour. So it will be 1.5 km, that is 1500 meter. So the person will go from first rear to front for 500 meter. Again he will come to 500 meter from front to rear. Again from this point he will travel to 500 meter to front. So at the end of 30 minutes, the person at the point of the start point, at the front point of the train, okay, at this point of the train after 30 minutes. So what will be the distance between this person, this stationary person, and this person? So it will be equal to the 40 kilometer. This is the distance traveled by the train, and plus this 500 meter distance. So it will be total distance 4 kilometer, 40 kilometer plus 500 meter. It will be 40 minus 0.5 kilometer. Okay, so this will be the distance between these two persons. So out of the 4 options, option B will be the correct one. So this is a question. This question asks from distance or kinematics chapter. So in this question it is given that there are 2 locomotives are there. Okay, 2 locomotives are running towards each other. Locomotive means these are engine of trains. There is a tip is there. Both are running towards each other at a speed of 60 km per hour and 40 km per hour. So it is given that there is an object is there, and this object is flying from tip of this locomotive to the tip of this locomotive. Again it will return, and this way it is flying. Up to how minute? Up to 30 minutes at a speed of 70 km per hour. So after 30 minutes, both these locomotive will collide each other, and this locomotive will and the object will crash down. Okay, so what it is asked that within these 30 minutes, what is the distance, total distance covered by this flying object? Okay, so since this object it is flying at a speed of 70 kilometer, this is not velocity, it is speed, 70 kilometer per hour, and it is running at a time 30 minutes, that is 1/2 hour. So distance covered, it is asked to find out the distance, not the displacement. Okay, so you should calculate all the distance covered within this 30 minutes. So distance covered is 30 minutes will be S equal to speed is equal to distance divided by time. So distance would be speed, it is 70 into half, that is 35 kilometer. So within 30 minutes the object will fly up to 35 kilometer distance before it is being crushed. Okay, so 4 options are given. Out of this, all the options are, in option A it is 50 kilometer, in option B it is given that 45 kilometer, in option C it is given that 35 kilometer. So this option will be the correct one, and option D it is given that 10 kilometer. So option C will be the correct option. So this question asked in CSIR NET in June 2015. So in this question it is given that in a river, okay, in a river a float is drifting in a river. A float means a wave is drifting in a river downstream of a boat, 10 meter downstream of a boat. So a float is moving along the downstream, along the direction of the river at a distance of 10 meter from a boat, at a distance of 10 meter from the boat. And it is also said that the boat is also going downstream, means along the direction of the river. So it is said that if the boat is a road that is propelled downstream, the time taken to reach or catch up the float. So it is said that if the boat is float or propelled at 10 meter per minute, what will be the time to reach this wave, which is at the distance of 10 meter. You see, in this case, this 10 meter velocity of this boat, it is in the still water velocity. So its downstream velocity will be, so again you see, the velocity of this river, this would be same as the velocity of the boat. It is also 10 meter per minute. Okay, this is the velocity of river, this is the velocity of boat in still water. So downstream, in this case, downstream velocity would be 10 plus 10 meter per minute, that is 20 meter per minute. Okay, downstream velocity or speed of the boat. So in this case, what is the distance between the boat and the wave? It is 10 meter. So to cross this 10 meter, how much time will require? Sorry, I have made a mistake. V equal to S by T. So time, this will be S by V. So distance, it is 10 meter. So it will be 20. So it will be half, which is less than 1 minute. Okay, so time required to reach this float will be less than 1 minute. So which one option will be correct? The option C will be the correct one. This question asked in CSR Net 2016 in June. This is a very good question from crossing of river or boats. River or boats. Okay, so in this question it is said that it takes 5 days for a steamboat to travel from A to B along the river. So when there is a river, suppose there is a river, okay, so in this case you see there is 2 points A and B, there is 2 points. So for a boat to go from A to B, it takes 5 days when it goes along the river, that is along the downstream flow. And it is also said that it takes 7 days to return from B to A. When the boat, it is coming from the B to A, that is against the river flow, it takes 7 days. So how many days will it take for a raft to drift from A to B? Suppose there is a raft which will be drift by the river flow from A to B. How many days it will take to travel from A to B? Okay, that is our question. So you see, let us consider the speed of boat. It is x kilometer per hour. Okay, and speed of river, that is river stream, suppose it is y. Okay, then the downstream speed would be downstream speed, in this case x plus y, this will be the downstream speed. This will be equal to total distance from A to B and divided by time required for the downstream travel. So in this case, suppose S is equal to, you consider the distance, it is 1 kilometer for simplicity. Okay, we consider it as 1 kilometer. So it will be equal to 1 by t, in this case will be 5 days. So x plus y is equal to 1 by 5. Similarly, upstream, for upstream speed, x minus y is equal to s1, that is distance between B and A, and time required to travel from B to A, it is 7 days. So x minus y is equal to, so from number it as 2. So from these two equations we will find x equal to 7 by 5 and y is equal to 2 by 70, that is 1 by 35. Okay, so these are the, so x, it is the speed of boat and it is the speed of river. So when the river float a raft from A to B, then the raft will travel with the velocity of river, since it is drifted by the velocity of the river. So in this case, time required, the time required in this case, speed of raft is equal to s by t. The speed in this case 1 by 35. The s it is 1, time it is t. Okay, so t will be 35 days. So it will take 35 days to drift a raft from A to B by the river flow. Okay, so our correct option will be option B. So this question asked in CSIR NET 2016. This is a question from relative velocity. This is a very good application of relative velocity. So what is given in the question? Let us see. Two brothers are there, Santa and Chris, walk from school to house or house to school. And it is said that when they are started from home to house to school, Santa takes 40 minutes to reach school and Chris takes 30 minutes to reach the school. Okay, suppose from A to B, the distance between school to house, it is d kilometer. Okay, so the speed of Santa will be how much, since it takes how much time, 40 minutes. Then it is said that Chris Chris walks faster than Santa and he takes 30 minutes, that is speed will be d by 30 kilometer per minute. Okay, so one day what happens, one day Santa, who started 5 minutes earlier than Chris. Okay, then it is said that in how many minutes would Chris overtake Santa. Suppose one day what happens, Santa started her journey 5 minutes earlier. Okay, so in 5 minutes, 5 minutes distance covered by Santa would be how much? Velocity d by 40 into 5 minutes, so it would be d by 5 kilometer. Okay, so when Santa is in range of d by 5, when Santa it is here, then Chris started his journey, because he has started his journey 5 minutes later. So Chris would be at the 0 point. Okay, so in this case you see the relative speed of Chris would be the relative speed of speed of crease would be how much? d30 minus d40. Okay, this is the relative speed. So it will be how much? It will be 4d120 4d3d d by 120 kilometer per minute. So relative speed of crease would be with respect to sun tide is d by 120. So in this case you consider a d by 8, this would be 8. Okay, at when sun tide is d by 8, you consider here velocity of sun tide is 0. Okay, so in this case the distance covered by crease, it would be this velocity and d by 8 divided by d by 120. So it will give you 15 minutes. Sorry, in this case it will be the time required by crease. Okay, so in this case we consider what? Sun tide is in rest. So to cover this distance, crease will take how much time? How much time it will take? S divided by V. With the relative velocity this much, how much time it will take? D by 5 distance divided by this relative velocity. Okay, S by T. So Santa has to crease has to cover a distance d by 8 with the relative velocity d by 120 to meet Santa. So this will be the time. So if we simplify this one, we will get 15. So 15 minutes will be the time at which crease will meet Santa. Okay, so this is the solution, very simple. So in this case you consider just Santa, it is in the rest. Okay, v equal to 0. So our correct option will be B. So guys, I hope you have understand all those questions I have discussed here. If you have any doubt, you can ask me on the comment section below. And if you're new to this channel, then don't forget to subscribe our channel and press the notification bell so that you will get notified once I uploaded any video in my channel. Okay guys, and if you like this video, then press the like button so that we will be motivated from your like, and share this video with your friends also. So guys, see you in the next video. Till then, thank you.